Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we have a huge Gemini Jets unboxing. This is of three 1/200 scale aircrafts, possibly one of the biggest unboxings I have ever done on the channel. I did start to invest in 1/200 scale models because they actually look like really good and they have very good quality. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. If you do enjoy, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, we'll get into the actual unboxing. This is a huge box that it came in. And as most of you guys know, it's from Easy Toys, as I normally order from. Very good model company. And yeah, so as I mentioned, three different ones. Let's see what they are for your guys' viewing pleasure. The first one we have is the Southwest 737 MAX 8 right here, as you can see. Even though the MAX is grounded, it is supposed to be flying back really soon, so I decided to pick this one up. Hold on, I need to stand up really quick. I got a Alaska Embraer E-175, and the very last one we have is the Alaska Airbus A320. The first aircraft we are going to start off with is the Alaska Airbus A320. Right here you have your Gemini 200 Alaska with the computer generated model right here. Then it says Airbus A220 with 1/400 scale die-cast model aircraft with the item number. Then right here it says Gemini 200 in a gold font, which is kind of hard to see, but there you go. Then it says visit our website, whatever. Right here we have Gemini 200 as well as Alaska Airbus A320. Then you have your price right there, which is $85, so a bit pricey, but yeah. And then you have the same as the opposing side right here. One thing different from Gemini 400 and 200 is this one's more fancy box designed, I guess. It's like a pop-up tab, and then you have the aircraft lying inside. So let me see if I can get a better angle. After you take the tab off, you have your stand right here, and then you just pull this tab off, and you can see the stand is right there. And then you have your aircraft inside. So here's the plastic sheet covering. Then you have your aircraft. Alright, here we go. Let's go straight into the review. Starting off at the front half of the aircraft, we have our nose cone right here. We have our cockpit windows as well as some sort of fuel adapter here and there. Then we have our first landing gear and our L1 boarding door right there. Then we have an antenna right there. Then you have your Alaska titles going across the airplane right there. And then you have your beacon light, which is a little hard to see, but it's about right there. Then you have your two overwing exits on both sides of the aircraft. Then you have your pretty much Euro white engines, except for it does have like three different shades of blue going across the engine. Then we'll move the aircraft forward just a little bit. And then let me go like that and zoom out just a tad. Okay, then after that you have your Wi-Fi box as well as an antenna right here with your registration, which is too hard to read. Actually, let me look at the box really quick. The registration is N625VA. So this was a Virgin America aircraft before it got repainted. And then if we come around to the back here, you have your Alaska face Eskimo, I guess is what it's called. And then your door in the back as well as an antenna right there. And you have your fence wing, not sharklets, but winglets. I think they're called fence wings. The top is kind of a whitish color. Hold on, let me try to focus on it. Then the bottom's more of a blue color. And then towards the back you have your stabilizers right here. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this aircraft. Here is what the aircraft looks like if you're looking at it in a full perspective, not in halves. So as you can see, very nice detail, and the Gemini 200s are very quality. They have detail, just a better option, but you do pay for it. So moving on to the next aircraft. The second aircraft we have is the Southwest Boeing 737 MAX 8, as you can see right here. But anyway, we have our Gemini 200 titles right here with the Southwest kind of banner. Then the computer generated aircraft with Boeing 737 MAX 8. And it says 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model right there. Then right here, kind of hard to see because it's gold, but there you go. It says Gemini 200 right there, and then it says visit our website for new releases. Not going to go over the box since I just did in the last one, but this one's a little different than the 400 models. As I mentioned, it's kind of a pull up tab, if you will, and then you get right there. But yeah, let me get a better angle. Okay, so right here we have our stand, and then you just pull this up out of the box, and then you have your aircraft inside, as you can see. So it comes with your typical plastic covering, and then you have your aircraft.
2 hours later.
There we go. Here is the aircraft. Starting off at the front part of the aircraft, as you can see, the Boeing aircrafts are significantly lower than your typical Airbus plane. But right here you have the nose cone as well as the cockpit windows. Then you have your landing gear covering and your actual landing gear, as well as the L1 boarding door with the heart next to the door, which they feature on pretty much every airplane, I believe. Then you have your Southwest titles, as well as a beacon light. You don't have any antennas right here for some reason. I guess that's just not how they built the aircraft. Then you have your Southwest.com engines. You have sort of a dark blue right here, and then a silver covering for the engine cover. Then you have your overwing exits on both sides, as well as a beacon light and a Wi-Fi box right there. Actually, you guys cannot see that Wi-Fi box. Let me pull it forward just a little bit. Right there. Alright, so now moving on to the winglets, you have, they're kind of more stuck out, kind of like that, more than it would be for a 737-800. So as you can see, it's kind of like a triangle sort of going out. But right here you have your typical Heart 1 livery right there, then just gray on the bottom. But as I mentioned, there is that Wi-Fi box and the antenna. Coming around to the back, we have the American flag right there. Kind of hard to see, but right there. Then you have your yellow, red, and blue colors going to the back of the tail. So yeah, very nice design, of course, as all the other 1/200 scale models. Here is the Southwest 737 MAX 8 in a full perspective. You can see all of its glory, and it is very nice detailed. Now we will get on to the third aircraft. Coming in at number 3, the last but certainly not least, we have the Alaska Embraer E-175. Now when I bought these models, excuse me, I was planning on doing a San Diego 1/200 scale airport, but then I realized how expensive that would be. So it might be something I will do in the future. But you have your typical box, Gemini 200 with the Alaska banner, as well as a computer generated aircraft, Embraer ERJ-175, 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model. So yeah, then you have your 1/200 right there. Let's get straight into the actual unboxing. You have your typical 1/200 box. Then you can't really see it, but there is the stand. I'll get it up for you guys. It's right there. And then you have your aircraft inside. You have your typical plastic sheet, which comes with even the 1/400 models. And then you have your aircraft. Starting off towards the front of the aircraft, we have your cockpit windows, as well as your nose cone and your Alaska titles right there. Then you have your first or frontward landing gear, as well as the L1 boarding door. Then you have a beacon light up here at the top, as well as an antenna right here. Now on the E175, they do have more square windows, as you can kind of see if you look across. Right, all of these, they're kind of like square for some reason, but I guess that's how the aircraft is made. Then right here you have the same as the Alaska A320 engines. You have your white right here, as well as your 3 tints of blue/green right there. There is no overwing exit, but I will push the aircraft forward a little bit. There we go. You have your slanted winglets, which look very good and detailed. Let me try to focus on the back one. Back here, there we go. So you have your white up top, and then your 3 shades of blue. It's like green, teal, then dark blue. Then you have your registration, sorry about that, which is N182SY with the American flag. Then you have another antenna up here, as well as back here, and then your last sort of door towards the end of the aircraft. Then you have your Eskimo right there. I think that's what it's called. Correct me in the comments, but and your other 3 shades of blue going towards the top of the tail. Then you have your APU back here, if you can see that. I'll actually move it for you guys. You have your APU towards the back right there, as well as your horizontal stabilizers on both sides. Here's what the aircraft looks at a full perspective. Very gorgeous. I love how the winglets are designed. I'm just hoping that they make like a Delta E-175 in 1/400 scale with the slanted winglets. They haven't done that yet, but I would look forward to doing that. And also a Delta E-175 1/200 scale, excuse me. I would buy that because I am ramping up my 1/200 scale collection. That does conclude today's video. If you did enjoy the video, I hope you'd consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. That does mean so much to me. All the likes, comments, and subscriptions, it means so much to me. It helps support me more than you would probably think. You're like, oh, okay, it's just a like button. But if a creator sees the likes on it and it's like, wow, people actually like it, then they're gonna be like, oh, I should make more types of these videos because they actually enjoyed it. So yeah, just something to think about, but I do appreciate all of your guys' support as we are so close to 3,000 subscribers. I think we're at 200 away, which isn't impossible to hit by the end of the year. That was my original goal, but I think if we really try, we can make it. And as usual, I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.